Fantastic, we are back. This is Prime Sports Extra on Joy Prime. My name is Daniel Krante, here with Kevin De Bruyne. Musbaras, Charlie, we didn't know where the Kevin De Bruyne account. Hey, Charlie. Oh, no. Here, look, if you're a mother and you give birth to a baby that looks like Kevin De Bruyne, Charlie, Daniel, me ask it. Oh, say, Akolano. So on board to say Kevin De Bruyne. That's a winning po as a Kevin De Bruyne. Daniel, me ask it. Hey, Charlie, Kevin. Yet also anaya sorry. Kevin. Hey, Kevin. Kevin De Bruyne. Hey, Kevin, hey. Charlie, Yana, Kevin. Charlie, Charlie, where is my camera? Kevin, why a B? Niawaye no, eso ye ni. Niawaye no, eso ye ni. Ball awa be ball ewo. Even assassin, so the ball, Kevin, you can't play for this world. Kevin, whatever you are watching this world, let me tell you, the ball you can't play for this. Hey. Charlie, God bless you. Hype. Mama Kevin, look, the mother who gave birth to Kevin, God bless you. God richly bless you. The father from whose SPM? SPM. That connected to the, quick. Hey. God bless you. God bless you. The wife of Kevin De Bruyne who has been massaging. God richly, what if I say God bless you? God richly bless you. The wife of Kevin De Bruyne, the salad, the midnight, the early morning, quick, the showers together. Oh my God. Charlie, God richly bless you. All the aunties, all the uncles, all the grandmothers, God richly bless you. Kevin, yedawasi. Hey, Charlie, what you have done is so unique. Half of all of us who watch Premier League football here in this part of the world, we want to say we love you, we appreciate you, and forget everybody. You are indeed one of the greatest midfielders, in fact, the greatest players the Premier League has ever seen. There's no debate about that. All right? We love you. Hey! The only thing we are not happy about is Jose Mourinho. Why you let the boy go Wolfsburg? No? That matter will for sort him out. Cabana, Chelsea legend. And yes,
whatever you do so.
No, Charlie, Kevin, no. Correct player. Me, I've never gone on the floor to celebrate anybody before. When Frank Lampard, great Chelsea legend, I didn't lie on the floor to celebrate him. When Didier Drogba, great Chelsea legend, I didn't lie on the floor. Michael Essien, great, I didn't lie on the floor, all right? But it's David Silva, I didn't lie on the floor, all right? Who else? Who can I? Patrick Vieira, I didn't lie on the floor, all right? I didn't lie on the floor. But you see, what Kevin has done, I've watched Kevin. You see, maybe I appreciate him so much more because I was able to watch him. When I began to appreciate football and I began to spend time to watch football, I got to watch it at the time he was at his very best. And that's why I so much appreciate him. You understand? I have so much respect for all the other great midfielders the football has produced, or the Premier League has produced, etc. But I didn't get to watch them as much as I have done of Kevin De Bruyne. So, Charlie, that be the thing.
You try. Yeah. So the simple question today is Kevin De Bruyne the greatest Premier League midfielder of all time? Yes or no? If no, then who? According to Zakito, Kevin De Bruyne, you added De Bruyne to your name.
Yeah.
Zakito De Bruyne.
Thank you. Oh, I like that one.
KDB is the GOAT.
Zakito
De
Bruyne.
Yes.
You see? No. Relax. That video, just relax. Don't rush. Okay? Don't rush.
But you see, look, De Bruyne is a super player. He's done it all. He's won the Premier League, he's won the Champions League, FA Cup, everything. So he's when you watch De Bruyne, you are happy. But you see, they are bosses, and then they are icons, and then they are greats. De Bruyne, for me, is an icon. You understand? De Bruyne, he hasn't reached the level of the all-time GOAT. The all-time GOAT himself. You see, the all-time GOAT is so much of a GOAT, he didn't even need to win the Premier League to be a GOAT. That guy, complete baller. The most dynamic midfielder the Premier League, in fact, England has ever seen. In fact, if we don't take us, if we can stretch it to the world, has ever seen. In a team that couldn't challenge for anything, that player made that team relevant during that era. Boga, it's not in front of you is Aguero. By your side is Silva. Behind you is Fernandinho, Gundogan. You turn here, Leroy Sané, Mahrez. No. This guy had average players around him. Average players around him. Yet still, season after season after season after season, he will hold their hands and take them. See, me, I'm a Man United fan. But Steven Gerrard, oh, Jai, I've not seen some before. Stevie G. You see, the thing about football, in fact, from the fanatical point of view, every football fan remembers moments.
No, guys, but to be fair to Daniel, I mean, as they talk that thing, give them the Steven Gerrard games. Let's remind ourselves. He's making a remind me. See, show us Steven Gerrard's, See, let them remember that,
See, let me show you something. Football, it's moments. You understand? If you ask, you go back, you ask Chelsea fans, the biggest, the Mukai 2012 Champions League final, that Drogba goal. You see, it's not say you go face somebody, you go score 5-0, then you score a hat-trick, or you go give, no. Back against the wall, when all hope is lost, and you are looking at it, you know it's over. There's only one man, Stevie G, Mr. Jai, Gerrard, until the final whistle goes, no. Don't count him out, Stevie G. Now see the player I did there, Carragher. Gerrard made Carragher and Hipia and friend example. Some guy be Traore. Risa them all. He made them all look good. Stevie G, Mr. Jai, Steven Gerrard. Stop. Back against the wall when all hope is lost. In fact, think back all the biggest moments of Liverpool's seasons over the past when Gerrard was there. All the biggest moments is Gerrard's name that is there. And that's the difference between Gerrard and the rest. When you think about the biggest moments in Chelsea's history, most of them, Drogba, some Lampard. You understand? You go to Man City, some De Bruyne, not even plenty. Gundogan is there some, Aguero is there some, this person is there some. You understand? But Gerrard was alone. Behind every Suarez goal is Gerrard. Behind every Torres goal is Gerrard. Stevie G, Jai. A bunch of average players, like, hey, Charlie, see, Liverpool go think I'll ever see some again. One man who, what a baller.
You see, I think to some extent, I agree with Daniel that Gerrard's, impact in the Premier League is great. No doubt about that. What he did for Liverpool, some of the outstanding moments he had with Liverpool, exceptional. Is no doubt arguably the greatest Liverpool player we've ever seen. All right? Now, you extend it to the Premier League. One of the arguments that Daniel keeps stressing on is that he made all the players around him look better because he was playing with average players. And there is a saying that in the land of the blind, one man, the one-eyed man, is considered the king. You understand? Is considered the king. And it's quite understandable why he says that Gerrard was the best because the players around him were average. It's understandable. But you see, when you go pick a player and fit him in a team that has equally good players, players that have the capacity to outshine that single player, and that player goes ahead to distinguish himself among the best, he goes ahead to distinguish himself among the best players. He doesn't go there and he's overshadowed. He doesn't go there and he becomes just one of the players, but goes there to distinguish himself so much that even his peers, who were equally good, who can equally be compared to some of the greatest we've ever seen, concede that he is special and he is undoubtedly a very good player. That makes Kevin De Bruyne special on so many levels. Special on so many levels. To think that today, we are talking about Kevin De Bruyne as being one of the greatest midfielders in the Premier League, even with the players he's played with, with the quality of players he played with, and we still single him out as the greatest. It makes him extremely special, and it makes that argument even more sound. Watch these two things. One is playing with exceptional players, and he stands out as the best among them. And one is playing with average players, and he stands out as the best among them. And one of the questions I always ask is that, what is it that Steven Gerrard could do that Kevin De Bruyne couldn't do? Anybody at all should tell me one thing that Steven Gerrard could do that Kevin De Bruyne hasn't done, and even done better. What is it? One thing. In all the attributes of a midfielder, in all the attributes of a complete midfielder, whether it's passing, whether it's tracking back, whether it's leadership, whether it's even contributing to goals, what is it? Or even ultimately helping the team to win titles. What is it that Steven Gerrard did that Kevin De Bruyne hasn't done? All right? Now, often in football, we get caught up in this argument of this is the best, this is the best, this is the best. I think one of the things of fortune, maybe you want to say, nature didn't give us opportunity to see, is to see an era where Steven Gerrard was playing and at the same time Kevin De Bruyne was playing, and for us to watch them vis-a-vis. We'll get to see Liverpool versus Manchester City, like we've often seen Cristiano Ronaldo versus Lionel Messi play together, and in that game we're able to judge that this player was better than this, and we see both players come to the fore. That is possibly something that nature didn't afford us, all right? And also, you need to consider so many things, like the era within which they played, and the players they played with within that era. Steven Gerrard played in an era where you had the likes of Frank Lampard, name them, the likes of Ryan Giggs, the likes of, what is it? You want to help me with Patrick Vieira,
Robert Pires.
You're right, all these players. Okay, all these players. And if you consider the key elements of a midfielder, and the impact these midfielders had on their team, with the ultimate aim of winning a title, as much as Steven Gerrard was instrumental for Liverpool, some people will still think that if you want to talk about impact on the club, players like Frank Lampard had better impact on the club in terms of the ultimate goal that the club was looking forward to. Players like Ryan Giggs at Manchester City, even the players like Paul Scholes, all right? All of these players arguably even had better impact on their club as far as winning titles and winning laurels are concerned, because at the end of the day, that is the most important thing that identifies a club, a top club like Liverpool, all right? If Steven Gerrard was playing for a club like Aston Villa, it was understandable if you say he doesn't win a title, because Aston Villa ordinarily wouldn't be out there looking for a title. They are not of that pedigree. But if he was playing for Liverpool, at the end of the day, whether you like it or not, regardless of what he did, we'll ask, what did his assist lead to? How many titles did he lead to Liverpool winning? All right? That is the ultimate question. That's the bottom line. All right? Now, you put all of that into perspective, and his assist, his contribution did not get more titles than Scholes' impact at Manchester United did for the club, or Ryan Giggs did for the club, all right, or Frank Lampard did for Chelsea. So just within that generation, then you come within the last 10 years. The last 10 years. Just the last 10 years. Kevin De Bruyne and his impact on Manchester City and what he has done for Manchester City. Nobody can talk about Manchester City's laurels without mentioning Kevin De Bruyne in the last 10 years. Nobody, absolutely nobody, can talk about Manchester City's success without mentioning Kevin De Bruyne. All right? At the end of the day, it's about success. It's about what the impact your playing did for the club. It's not just you standing around and say, yeah, you did. No, it's about what did it produce. The bottom line is that what did it do for the club? What did it generate for the club? What laurels did it win for the club? And unfortunately, Steven Gerrard cannot have such an argument. All right?
Okay.
But we respect what he did for Liverpool. We respect what he did for the Premier League. He was an outstanding player. And that's sometimes, I don't want to get to the extreme of, oh, he didn't do it. No, he did really well. But if you want to talk about impact and the contributions that a midfielder has made to a club, comparatively, I'm sorry, Steven Gerrard's contributions cannot be compared to Kevin De Bruyne's.
Okay.
That's just what I think.
Okay. You know what? Before I give my rebuttal, the WhatsApp line is there. So send messages, your thoughts and opinions. Obviously, you guys also have other players you think are the Premier League good. So send them, and then later we'll open the Zoom line so that you can argue out your points. Zach, you made a very good point. Solid point. When you talk about a player's ability to shine even in the midst of world-class players.
Yep.
Now, we also know that teams, every transfer window, be it winter in January or the summer during the June, July, teams invest millions of pounds, dollars, euros on world-class talent because that is the key to success. The more quality players you have in your team, the higher your chances of winning trophies. The more quality players you have around you, even as a player, it brings in competition and it makes you, the player, better. It is what fans cry for. It is what coaches cry for. So you having a world-class defensive midfielder by you as a world-class attacking midfielder is going to make you better. If you have an average midfielder by you, because it's a team sport, it is likely to affect you. If the person standing by you, and we've seen it throughout the world of football, we saw the impact of Kante on Jorginho, and when Kante wasn't there, we also saw how Jorginho was playing. So if you take away quality from somebody's side, it can affect the player. We saw, even in the De Bruyne example, Haaland is a world-class finisher. But when we took his first season, when De Bruyne got injured and De Bruyne was taken away from Haaland, it affected his goals. So your teammates and the level of quality that your teammates possess also affect you. So when you are perpetually your entire career at club level surrounded by average players, yet, and this is what Zach intentionally and unscrupulously and smartly did in his submission, he made it seem as if Gerrard was just the best player in Liverpool. That is facts. Gerrard wasn't just the best player in Liverpool. Despite his rivals being surrounded by world-class players, and he being surrounded by average players, season after season, he was considered one of the best, or if not even the best, in the league. That is a key point. So Gerrard is playing with your friend Izempu, Jimmy Traore and these people. At the time, Lampard was surrounded by the best midfielders in the world. The best in the world. Michael Essien was in top 30 Ballon d'Or. Michael Ballack, Makelele. These were top world-class players. So you don't have an excuse not to succeed. And the thing was that if you don't succeed, somebody else will come and play. Because the quality in the team, the bar has been set, the standard has been set. So you don't have an excuse. You understand? But when you are surrounded by average players, and yet season after season, you're able to compete with somebody who is being aided by the world-class players he has in his team. When Lampard passes a ball forward, the person who is going to finish is Drogba. By all means, if the thing is an average pass, then Drogba will score. And that is an assist for you. But Gerrard is passing the ball to Milan Barros, Djibril Cissé. See these people. But he will carve the pass so well that no player on this earth has an excuse to miss. That's how good Gerrard was. You see, it's different. It's like modern day football. And then we'll finish a season and they are comparing, let's say, Morgan Rogers, who plays for Aston Villa, consistently every season, you are comparing his output to somebody like Kevin De Bruyne or Bruno Fernandes. It is difficult when you are surrounded by players who are just not of the standard. But that is what Gerrard did. You see, it is also quite convenient for Zach to say that, Liverpool, once you are Liverpool, you're expected to win titles. But if you situate it with the context of that time, Liverpool had not built a Premier League winning team. We all know. There was no season during that time where Liverpool were entering the season. And in terms of the Premier League favourites, somebody was saying Liverpool was going to win. This is a team that has won one title in 30 years. How can you tell me they expect to win a title every season? And Nancy, they started building a Premier League title team. Before that was not how it was. But you see, this is a Gerrard. See, Gerrard and Jai. Gerrard walked into Istanbul. The opposition team had Gattuso, Pello, Kaká, Seedorf. Gerrard looked, his teammates, who were they? Who were they? Small boys. Go and listen to the Liverpool players talk about that final. Yet, at halftime, Stevie G said, Debbie, we are 3-0 down, but I am here. And if I am here, something will happen. Who went and scored the first goal in the comeback? Steven Gerrard. Who caused the penalty for the equalizer? Steven Gerrard. That's the difference. I'm telling you that, go back to every big Manchester City moment during this period that Pep, or these 10 years that De Bruyne has been there. Go back to the big moments. Champions League final, when Chelsea showed them O'Brien, he got injured, he didn't play. Inter Milan game, he got injured, he didn't play. The season where they were neck and neck with Liverpool, that Leicester City game, Leicester's defended, they were looking for goal. Who scored the goal? Company, long range shot. De Bruyne is, over the season, now is consistent. But when you look at the big moments, you can't find De Bruyne there. You can't find him there. That's the difference. When you go to Chelsea and you look at the big moments, there's a chunk that is Didier Drogba. Didier Drogba, every Premier League fan, every football fan knows that Didier Drogba, if you are hot, Didier Drogba, nobody will say Lampard. And Lampard consistent every day, every season, 20 goals. But when it matters most, in that final, when you are hot, it's Didier Drogba. But with Liverpool and Gerrard, there's no moment you can look at and you won't find Gerrard there. Like, there's no, why are you going to pass? There's no moment you look at where Liverpool needed a goal. In fact, that Champions League, 2005 Champions League season, people forget that Liverpool were 10 minutes away from elimination in the group stages. They were 2-1 up against Olympiacos. They needed to win by a margin of 2 goals. Steven Gerrard from corner, they put the ball drop. Paya and 30 yards today inside. 30 yards today inside. That's the player. You see, that guy, that guy, he's the definition of the big moments. Like, you can't look past him. If you're a coach and you have Gerrard, your tactics will fail. You know that Gerrard will do it for you. That's the difference. So as for Steven Gerrard, Mourinho had Lampard, he had ACN, he had this thing. Yet Mourinho was pushing for Gerrard. Go and ask Mourinho why. Go and listen to Zinedine Zidane talk about this thing, Steven Gerrard. Go and listen to what Pello said about Steven Gerrard. Pello is standing there with Seedorf and Kaká and Gattuso. The best quartet that one of the best quartets European football has ever seen. Yet on the opposition side is Gerrard. Gerrard Pello. And he was running that midfield by himself. Stevie G. Jai. I said me a United fan. But Gerrard, no, you see, Gerrard, he's beyond hate. You can't even do agenda against Gerrard. He's by far. Stevie G.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
This is the second one. Finish. All right. Then we'll go to the Zoom. Right. Let me just.
If you talk this one, it'll be 3-2.
No, it'll be 3-2. The first one I do.
The first one you lie down.
The first one now we all with the praise. It'll be ceremonial.
Maybe I give them fans.
You do God bless you. So that one I know they want. That one I know they want. All right. Look. I understand when he says that Gerrard has had some very big moments when it comes to his career, all right? And those big moments have resulted in some victories for Liverpool. I do understand that, all right? But even with that argument about big moments and what those big moments led to, and you tie into his first argument about there was no expectations of Liverpool to win a title, or Liverpool did not go into any season to win a title. The big question is, how can you tell me that a club that won the Champions League, all right, in 2000, made it all the way to the finals of the Champions League, in fact, twice within that period, all right, went to the finals of the Champions League twice, won in 2005, came down from 3 goals down to win the title. How can you tell me such a team in that era went into a Premier League season with no expectations of winning the title? You cannot tell me that. There was absolutely every expectation on them to win the title, and every expectation of them to win the title was justified. They absolutely had to win the title. That expectation was justified. A team that comes back from 3 goals down to win a Champions League trophy. You tell me in the 2006 season, 2008 season, it was unjustified for an expectation to be put on that club to win a title. And they failed to win a Premier League title within that period, and you say it's because what? They were not in the best of shape to win. No, you cannot tell me that. A team that has just conquered Europe, you tell me that an expectation of them to win the title and their failure to do so being questioned was there was no expectation of them to win that. No, that's not a good argument. Then he makes an argument about, and very conveniently, mentions players who, of course, these days we don't even remember them as players that he played with. Guys, let me give you some of the players that Steven Gerrard played with. Steven Gerrard played with Luis Suarez. He didn't win the Premier League title. Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez. Guys, if you forgot, he played with Luis Suarez, such a dangerous player. All right? He played with Fernando Torres. Steven Gerrard played with Fernando Torres and still could not manage a title. Fernando Torres. He played with Xabi Alonso, the midfielder. Then he left to Madrid. He played with Xabi Alonso in midfield. Steven Gerrard played. He wasn't playing with Papaluta. No. Don't. Xabi Alonso. Steven Gerrard was playing with Xabi Alonso.
Who is Papaluta?
He was mentioning something that he was like, why this player? Why he did that? He said, he's found for someone. He played with Xabi Alonso, guys. Steven Gerrard played with Xabi Alonso. Steven Gerrard played with Xabi. He played with Michael Owen. All right? These are some of the players that Steven Gerrard played with. Quality players of such great quality. And he still fails to win a title within that period, and we still want to make an excuse of him is that he was playing with average players. No! Luis Suarez was an average player. He was not an average player. Fernando Torres was not an average player. And we can all agree there was a time that Steven Gerrard was close to winning the Premier League title until he went ahead to slip. Yes, he's had great moments. He's had great moments, and indeed he has had great moments. All right? He indeed has had great moments. So, first of all, Steven Gerrard was with a team that won the Champions League title, and any expectations of them to have won the Premier League title and any other title was justified. And their failure to do so cannot be excused because they've won the Champions League. They've shown that they're a good team, quality team. And they proved that and made that statement all over the world. All right? He played with equally good players. He had good quality around him, just like Kevin De Bruyne has, of course. But Steven Gerrard also had quality players around him and does not excuse his failure to win the Premier League title, all right? Because he had quality players with him. He just wasn't up to that level. He just wasn't up to the task, all right? He just wasn't up to the task. So I don't want to stretch the argument to make it look like Steven Gerrard was not good enough, he didn't make any impact. No, that would be very naive on my part. He was an exceptional player, absolutely exceptional player. But ultimately, the bottom line is that it's not just about what you do as an individual player, it's also about what the team is able to achieve, all right? With your skill set, with your contribution. And when you put that in the context of Kevin De Bruyne, despite the impact of Steven Gerrard, his impact was not enough. Was not enough to bring the laurels that Liverpool were looking for. Was not enough to bring the success that the fans of Liverpool were hoping for. All right? He was a great player, but that greatness was not enough to bring success to Liverpool. Kevin De Bruyne is a great player, an exceptional player, and he's not just an exceptional player on paper. He proved it because his impact has resulted in Manchester City becoming one of the best clubs in England. And we've seen it in the last 10 years. All right? It's not enough for you to be a great midfielder whose impact is not leading to a team's success. All right? The exception of 2005, we don't want which one we remember again. Kevin De Bruyne is an exceptional midfielder. He's not just an exceptional midfielder on paper. We've seen the impact reflect on the club. And in the success in the trophy cabinet, we've seen it. And that's why I'll say that, look, he indeed is ahead of Steven Gerrard in the greatest players of all time. All right? Because in all of this, I have not said that he's the greatest players, the greatest midfielder of all time. Because when I talk about the greatest midfielders of all time, to be very honest with you, I will look at Ryan Giggs even ahead of Kevin De Bruyne. I look at Ryan Giggs ahead of Kevin De Bruyne, and that's just my honest view. But I think Kevin De Bruyne is ahead of Steven Gerrard when you want to talk about the greatest midfielders of all time in the Premier League. Because everything must be considered. The titles must be considered, the assists must be considered, the goals must be considered. All right? All of that is important. And I think that's what I'll end it. So if I want to rank it, Ryan Giggs, Kevin De Bruyne, Steven Gerrard, Frank Lampard. Paul Scholes, number 5. Yeah. You know, if you go again, I'll go again. So, you know.
Yeah, that's why I won't stop. I won't.
Yeah,
I won't
some messages.
But let's read some messages. Thank you. Thank you very much for this message. I wish you added your name because this is the message. This is the message. He says, "Hi, good morning. Kindly stream Yaya Touré's videos in his time at Man City and compare with Kevin De Bruyne. Full stop. That's all. Yaya Touré.
And you see, and something what I ask is that which video of Yaya Touré?
Yaya.
Like the Yaya Touré videos, and which of them? And what did he do in those videos that Kevin De Bruyne has not?
When he carried the team in the season, he carried Man City. When he was scoring every big game, everything. That's greatness. And yet, 20.
Somebody has been the greatest midfielder in the last 10 years. You're talking about somebody's impact in one season. The last 10 years. The last 10 years, the greatest midfielder in the Premier League in the last 10 years. You're talking about somebody's impact in one season.
Let's read the message. David Nish. He says, Daniel, today I take a cap for you. Steven Gerrard's time at Liverpool was the best. Any player would like to have such an experience. Gerrard played most different positions, including centre-back, forward. Even England, he was playing as a winger under Capello. The guy, just imagine KDB in that Liverpool team during the Gerrard era. Gerrard and KDB era. See the difference. The GOAT is Gerrard, my legend. Now, when Kevin De Bruyne came to Liverpool and Chelsea first, they sit up.
Why will you say that? Why will you say that about Kevin De Bruyne? When Kevin De Bruyne came to
small boy. He didn't need coach.
Small boy.
World class before he can succeed.
Look, the guy come to Chelsea, all right?
Kevin De Bruyne come out for Man City, no, he flop.
You know, he said, you know, go stay. Audacity, he left.
Stages. How?
All the people, John Terry says he was impatient. His impatience has proven him to be one of it.
Abba from Takwa, she said, I was a Barcelona fan, but then they lost 8-2 to Bayern, and then I made a decision to support City because of Aguero and Kevin. I'm sad because I loved watching his matches. Yeah, I don't know, but the Premier League, they will miss Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah, we'll miss some. We'll miss some.
It'll be sweet. Somebody vexed. He say, this is rubbish. When did you start following football? Charlie, if you are angry about this thing, they are not enough for you. It's too early to be angry, Jaisa. Shame on you. Shame on you. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's called a debate. So if you disagree, then you come and give your opinion. You don't come and throw words at people. Stop that thing. It's early. Saturday morning, almost 8:40. You are angry. Why?
Gerrard is the best. You didn't bring your name over.
Lord King.
Lord King.
Yes.
Gerrard is the best midfielder ever in the Premier League.
Simple. Full stop. Simple. Full stop. Stevie G. Oh, Massa. Hey, Gerrard. Gerrard.
Charlie, the message is finished, eh?
See, Gerrard do some things.
All right. Charlie, still in the mood of tribute for Kevin De Bruyne, we just collected some of the videos of legends speaking about Kevin De Bruyne and, you know...
Charlie, but why you then? You see, let me show you what they've done. The producer and Zach went to connive in a corner and they got this thing. Why didn't you also give me videos of legends talking about Steven Gerrard? Or Lampard,
he said,
or Yaya.
Charlie, we couldn't find it. We couldn't find it.
Oh, that's cool.
We couldn't find it.
Yeah. Oh, Massa.
We couldn't find it. Charlie, what video? Poor video don't say any message. Poor video don't go.
We don't go mind you. Godfred Adam, he says Steven Gerrard showed leadership in the Istanbul moments was when he was with Liverpool, whereas Kevin De Bruyne was skillful and led to winning many titles. But you don't know. If you ask one who is the best player in Liverpool and Man City in the past 2 decades, the name that will pop up is Liverpool is Gerrard, but I doubt KDB's name will come.
Really?
Gaucho from Taman. That's a very good point. People mention Aguero, people mention Aturi, people mention David Silva, people mention Company. You see, that's
Really?
Will
you guys seriously put Kevin De Bruyne ahead of will you? No, Charlie.
Crespo.
Crespo said
He says, I think we should consider KDB among the Premier League greats. He proved it a lot, so many occasions. An example was City were 2-0 down against Aston Villa. He got down and started lacing his shoe. That was it. I had shock. It took Gundogan coming off the bench to come and save the day for him. He was on the park, he couldn't do anything. Gundogan came on, ta-ta-ta-ta-ta.
Charlie, Chris.
Ta-ta-ta-ta-ta.
Chris, oh, you're bad boy. You be bad boy. Bad boy. Bad boy. Yeah, anyway. Charlie, let's hear some tribute to Kevin De Bruyne.
Against some of the greatest.
The thing Henri talked there some way.
I think Kevin is
No, it's school. What Henri said, no, we all know that he is not true.
Hey.
Henri, you played with Messi. You played with Iniesta, Xavi. You are telling me that De Bruyne's brain, football brain, is better than Messi, Iniesta, Xavi. But that's cool.
That's somebody who's played with Messi, played with Iniesta. He's played with these players, and still,
he played with them. I didn't play with them. I didn't play with them. He played with them.
And still says that.
Yeah,
it should tell you a lot about the kind of player you're talking about.
I don't agree, but then again, I wasn't the professional footballer.
He played with them. He played with them, and still says this.
Yeah. You should go and win Champions League with Arsenal. Good morning, Aniki. Prosper from Adenta. Oh, Charlie. We don't forget what Kante did in the Premier League during his shots. Even Kante is better than De Bruyne. N'Golo Kante, he's better than De Bruyne.
You see, whenever Daniel is saying something, then he do like this.
Oh no, it's true.
He do like
it's true. N'Golo Kante.
If he talk away,
N'Golo Kante won the Premier League with Leicester.
If they talk away, he do like this.
He win with Leicester.
But if they talk away, he do like this now.
He win with Leicester. People didn't see this thing. Of course, they always go for the glamorous play. Oh, Mahrez, this thing. He went to Chelsea, did it again. Oh, win World Cup. Stop.
Somebody.
Guy, De Bruyne, when you take him out of Man City, okay, mention which competition De Bruyne has done well in outside Man City. Just one.
What do you mean by
off the top of your head? Maybe internationals, Nations League, World Cup. It is one where he's out of Man City. I want to talk about
international football now.
No, it's not international.
But you say maybe international.
No, I said just mention a one. Oh, 2000 and this Euros. 2000. You can't mention one. They take Hazard away from him, no, the guy the Pupu. They take Hazard away from Belgium. Good morning.
Ernest.
Be honest. No. I'm not be honest, Cranty. I'm Daniel.
Daniel Cranty.
He said technique, skill set, Kevin or yesterday, today, tomorrow.
Forever. Just like
Ronaldinho. Short stint but excellent memories. We have in football.
Short stint. Charlie is playing. We are City for 10 years. 10 years is not short stint. Charlie.
Alfred. Yeah, please ask your colleague who succeeded Yaya Toure at Man City. I still insist you stream videos.
We'll get to the
Yaya Toure. Yeah.
And I think that's one question we asked Daniel before we leave. Who he thinks that could replace Kevin De Bruyne at Manchester City? You know, and maybe it's a bigger conversation about Manchester City. The fact that at the end of the season, we're going to see Kevin De Bruyne is the first of maybe 6 or 7 players who are going to leave Manchester City. Jack Grealish, John Stones, Bernardo Silva, all of them are definitely going to leave Manchester City. And so we're going to see a massive overhaul of Manchester City squad. And a player like Kevin De Bruyne is still a question of who is going to replace him. And there's even another layer to that conversation of where he's going to end up. He's going to go to Saudi Arabia, maybe go and help see Ronaldo win
Yesterday, 1-3-1, Ronaldo scored 2 against Al Hilal. Tough game.
Yeah, tough game. You know. It's just that Al-Ittihad is winning the league, so no Hala or the Ittihad will win the league. They defeated Al Hilal to help Al-Ittihad, so right now, I understand they know the league title race inside. But it's a big conversation though. Who is going to replace Kevin De Bruyne? I've heard Lucas Paqueta in the event that his charges is able to. He doesn't get affected by the charges. But who is going to replace Kevin De Bruyne is one thing we need to talk about.
No, let's do the Ghana League first. Let's do the Ghana.
I don't think we have the Ghana Premier League fixtures. Do we have the Ghana? Yeah, I think we do. We do.
Anyway.
Maybe one franca.
Early kickoff today, Everton and Arsenal. Then Ipswich Town, Chelsea, Crystal Palace, Wolves, West Ham. They say Kudus is back in training, so we should see him up against Semenyo. It'll be very interesting. West Ham versus Bournemouth. Then Aston Villa against Nottingham Forest. Tottenham will host Southampton. Brentford will take on Chelsea. Fulham will take on Liverpool. That thing is done. They should just close the league. The Manchester Derby is on Sunday. Big one. Man United, Old Trafford against Manchester City. Kevin De Bruyne is fit. Let's see. Leicester City will take on Newcastle. Charlie. But Leicester City, then the bread. Oh, Charlie. The bread. Let's see the...
They are going down. Leicester is definitely going down.
Let's see the Ghana League. Let's see the Ghana Premier League fixtures. Looks like Bashir Hayford is going to face. Yes, the House of Lions. Bashir Hayford is going to take on Asante.
Now on go Kwando today. Now on go Kwando this week.
Like I say, the league is not over.
Yeah, I think it's not over.
No, it's not over.
Like 10 games to go.
But if we see they do this, them last minute. You can come in, no. Because we'll take the team.
The league is not over.
They pain, but they go take the team. Diana Stars against Vision FC. Samatex will host Accra Lions. Baseke Holy Stars. They went to lose. They will take on Brecum Chelsea. Hearts of Oak will host Media.
And this game, they look like they might play it at the Crasport Stadium. Hearts of Oak are lobbying. They want to play it at the Crasport Stadium.
Play for Astro TF Media and score.
Yeah, they scored and Charlie. But Darius Simpson goal, super.
No, it's solid goal.
Correct goal. Correct goal.
Young Apostles will take on a struggling Legon Cities. Dreams FC will host my very good club, my very own Bibiani Gold Stars. African performances for there, Camaras for there. Nations FC up against Karela. Home game for Nations FC. You expect them to win. Charlie. Real Madrid against Valencia. This one traditional Spanish La Liga tie. Real Madrid Valencia. Barcelona against Betis. Anthony. Mallorca, Celta Vigo, Las Palmas, Sociedad, Valladolid, Getafe, Leganes, Osasuna, Villarreal, Athletic Club, Iñaki, and then Sevilla against Atletico. After Atletico Madrid, the title race is done. They are out of the cup. They are out of it. So it's another trophy this season, some way. The way it just ended in a few weeks, some way, but we'll take it like that. But that's also another very traditional La Liga tie. The title race is heating up. 3 points between Barcelona and Real Madrid. But exams is coming. The Barca boys are going to write exams. And when they go and write the exams, Kili, Mbappe. Kili, you see the thing I talk about branding? Why the La Liga? This is a graphic is from the La Liga Twitter account. In fact, their social media I was on Facebook, was on Twitter, was on Instagram, everywhere. Why are they using Lamine Yamal for this thing? Even branding,
yeah, now
because Rafinha is by far their best player this year. Yet Lamine Yamal be the poster boy. Poster boy. You understand?
Yeah.
Poster boy.
Yeah.
Lamine Yamal.
Yeah.
Branding, if you don't go brand your body, you go score, so nobody will mind you.
Nobody will mind you, Charlie. You go there, Charlie.
Seriously. Yeah. Imagine if this is the reality. Imagine if Lamine Yamal had Rafinha's numbers this season at Ballon d'Or Street.
Yeah, Charlie.
Ballon d'Or Street.
But guys, what Daniel is saying is a serious matter. It's a very, very valid argument.
Most assists, most goals, match-winning goals. Best, in fact,
Rafinha's contribution this season
solid
way better than Lamine Yamal. Like unmatched. Whether in the Champions League, in the league itself. But this guy is still the guy everybody's talking about.
Poster boy.
Anyway, we've got to be wrapping up. I think we've got maybe about 6 or 5 minutes to wrap up. And you've got some birthday, right?
Some birthday message. Nanekia from her friend Sylvia. She's saying happy birthday to her. And may the good Lord bless her new age with grace and prosperity. Amen. 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 Amen.
I've got another birthday here. Happy birthday to Ruth Kutoko Ruth Kutoko.
Wait.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Charlie.
This one be who?
Ruth. This is Ruth.
This is Ruth.
Yeah, this is
fantastic.
Ruth. Charlie, Ruth. Hello, Ruth. No, Charlie, you'll be fine. Fine, Charlie. Hey.
Pink and yellow.
Yeah, Charlie.
This one
Charlie. Charlie. Send me your brother's number. I need your brother's number. Yeah, Ruth. Charlie, happy birthday going out to you, man. Have a blast, man.
Fantastic.
Because
Zakito.
Have a blast because the way
the birthday message is from you see why you do so?
No, you see, I was just come to say to
hey, Masa. Our producer said he should say happy birthday from Mubarak. He's sitting here, he said happy birthday from himself. You see the guy?
Look, I was just come to
boys know your family.
You know, say before we come the show talk, no? Now Mubarak they tell me say, Charlie, I guess I'm birthday. Ordinarily, Mubarak know they work on birthday pictures.
Yeah,
but this Mubarak come, they do production, they edit the videos, they put. Mubarak then I go so hand. Charlie, money in birthday. Ruth. Charlie, Mubarak do that thing, so for look sharp, all right.
Fantastic.
So Charlie Ruth, happy birthday for Mubarak. Clearly, I appreciate you a lot, and hopefully he will sort you out today. A bit of KFC, a bit of chicken man, a bit of pizza, a bit of drinks. Mubarak, you're increasing the salary. Ruth, man, sort you out. All right. Also coming up next week Sunday is a book launch of one of my my deacons, my leaders of church. It's a great book. His masterpiece. This is a really insightful book. She's a wonderful counselor by all standards. She's launching the book come next week Sunday. Mrs. Josephine Adedipe, excellent woman. Great counselor, great marriage counselor, and she's launching the book. And hopefully, it's around Chado. So you can go there and also get copies and enjoy the book. All right.
That should be your counselor.
Yeah, definitely. We'll get to talk about that. Great woman. Charlie, I think we are done, right?
Yeah.
Steven G. KDB. But he did a foul.
Yes.
Steven G. KDB.
Yeah. So we'll be back next week.
Yeah.